A number of you have been asking, where are you getting the parts? Are you making the parts? Are you ordering them from somewhere? Obviously, all the parts for Johnny 5 are custom. They all derived from the CAD that came from Input Inc. And there's a variety of machining processes that are required in order to manufacture these parts prior to assembly. I got some examples here in front of me. It's been CNC'd, because it's got this lip on here and some of these insets on the part. Now this is for the mid-torso, the waist of the robot. And, you could have these laser cut, but the problem is that you have these lips here you have to deal with. So CNC ends up being a pretty good option when it comes to that type of design. Then you have parts like this where you have all thread and nuts and bolts and other things that you can order offline. And then you have these pieces here where they're pretty simple. It's just bar stock of aluminum. And, I don't have a full-blown machine shop. I have a lathe and a drill press and a sander, a metal saw, and take care of all that. So I can make some of the very simple parts. You got the like this one where you're just basically doing a basic drilling operation. I had a choice of either making a major investment in more equipment and then learning how to use that equipment, or either getting part runs, which drives down cost on things that are needing to be CNC'd, or doing it myself in that case. And then you obviously have 3D printing. So 3D printing is, I use an SLA printer. I also use a resin printer. The SLA printer is basically where it has the spool and it has the filament that goes into it. And we've seen some of that in my clips recently. And that's what I do the majority in, and it's ABS. So ABS is pretty strong material. It's pretty resilient to heat. PLA Plus is another good one. And there's a few others out there as well that you can use, but I seem to have a lot of luck with ABS, so I've stuck with it, and I know that it's going to last. Obviously, lots of sanding is required to make this look good. So I do have a 3D printer. Obviously, that would be pretty costly to outsource that. So spending $1,000 or so on a 3D printer was well worth it. Then lastly, we have here is laser cutting. So laser cutting is a very robust process, and it's cost effective. So when you're talking about a part that you don't have a lot of dimension to as far as depths, like this part here, we have a lip and stuff. There's no lip on this. There is some countersinking that's needed, and there's some threading that's needed, but all that can be done in a post operation. So what's really cool about this is you can get a quality product at a reasonable price. And I'm going to show you real quick on how you do that. First thing you want to do is you want to go to sendcutsin.com. And when you get there, you might need to create an account if you haven't used them before. Otherwise, you just want to log in. Then from here, what you want to do is you're going to want to find the file on your computer. You got to convert it to a DWG file out of whatever CAD program you have. And then you would turn around and drop that file right onto the website. So it will then process it and then provide you with a number of options of how you want to manufacture your part. Here you want to verify that you're in inches or millimeters. So we got inches. Then the type of metal that you're going to want to have the part made from. So here we're going to pick aluminum, and it's 6061. And then you want to know how thick the part is. So for this part, I make notations in the file name, so it's 0.125. So we're going to want to enter that on, and then here we're going to have number of units you want. So the more that you have, the cheaper it is, but in this case we only need one part. And then at this page there's some additional options that you can select, but for this we only just need to add it to cart, and that's it. Once you add it to the cart, then you can go and add additional drawings if you'd like, or you can go ahead and check out. It's just that simple. So be sure to subscribe and like and all that good stuff, because I'll be making some more content like this as this build progresses.